Alright, so in this tutorial, I'm going to be going over basically image separation and basic Photoshop compositing. Yep. So in this folder I have here, it's called separated layers, and they're thumbnails at 40% size. If I crack it open, they are all smart objects. There's like this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and they all come together as this one image. Okay, and then if I to close this, do that, and do this, this is the original separated layers at their original size. I'm gonna hide everything. This is the original. Top leaves and bright white sky. Buildings in the back. I'm gonna hide the top leaves, bright white sky, so you can see it. There's some extra buffer in order to make it blend. Grassy fields in the front. This grassy fields in the front, it's placed on top of the stack, meaning on top of the buildings in the back. It's just the fitment of it. See? Grassy field in the front. I put this layer on the top because it holds this extra little edge, because I need this extra edge in order to fit and slot in the buildings in the back, which is underneath it, like that. Because if I turn off the grassy fields in the front, here this is, buildings in the back, I'm going to turn on grassy fields in the front. There. See? Grassy fields in the front, buildings in the back, turn it on, and this is behind the grassy fields. And it blends well. And you could see the buildings in the back, see? Everything's covered up. Grassy fields in the front has this, see? These are showing because they're still in the mid-ground area, you know? Yep. Maybe it would be better to take away this instead. Huh. That might have been better. Anyway, so, and then turn this on. Let me turn everything off. This and this. Pillars, this. Boulders, this. And I had to add back some of the extra in order to make it blend nicer, and in order to not lose the depth of field. And then this also phased back in some of these edges, because the original image had really nice depth of field, and it would have been shame to just cut that out. Grassy field in the front, buildings in the back, top leaves, bright white sky, and that's everything. Yep. And they are all smart objects. Yep. Close that, close that. One last thing also, if I wanted to, I could go in and grab, for example, boulders only, double click it, and then I still have the layer mask, so it is non-destructive. I can go in and add a, I don't know, vibrance, make it more brown, like that maybe. maybe it was too brown. And then Control S. Vibrance, I'll just make it at 50% increase. There's a reason why, and then Control S, save it, close it, and you can see it's more saturated, just enough more. Boulders only. You can see it's a little bit brighter here because of the vibrance, so it acts as a light bloom. Now if I grab the pillar only, see, still have the mask, I can go ahead and add, say, vibrance, say 50%, increase, off, on, off, on. See, you can see it right there. And if I want, I could go ahead and add a exposure. And then maybe pump that up a bit. See? Off, on. Hey, what just happened? Hey, what the hell? What? Oh, I must have deleted it. Oh, yeah, I did delete it. Exposure. Gamma correction. This is exposure. Exposure pumps it up even more. Like that. Control S. Close it. And see, you can start to see this halo. So it kind of pumps it up more. It gives it a light bloom. Maybe it's too strong. Hell, I can go back into the boulder. I only have vibrance. I could go and add exposure. Pump up the exposure. Gamma correct. Control S. Close it. And boom. Kind of weird over here. Go back into it. This is weird. Press B as in Bob. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay. Just white color. Fill it back in. Looks like it might have done something a little bit there, but the white will bring it back. Non-destructive editing. Control S, save it, close it, and then see, got that little light bloom. What a clever way to fake it, huh? And then say the yeah, if I wanted to, could go into the pillar, and then under its mask, press B as in Bob, white color to bring back more of it. So if I just tap out here, so if I tap here, see, it brings back more. See, over here, right? I'm just kind of showing the non-destructive editing, and also to show the light bloom that can be created. So it's super neat. But I'm going to show the process regardless. So I did that. Control S, save it. Go back. See? You can see more of that light bloom. It's faking it using exposure and vibrance. Kind of cool-ish, kind of. Yeah. So those color adjustments should be done as well. And then there's the buildings. Maybe I double click it, and here we are. Just gonna add a vibrance. Give it like 50% ish, so you can see more of the color. Where it kicks up more. And then add a exposure, maybe like plus 1.08 on the gamma. Maybe I'll crank the exposure plus 17. Control S. Maybe it won't. Obviously, I keep more of that light bloom even more. It's shearing more. Interesting. Huh. Yeah. So I'm gonna go about showing how to do all of that. As you can see, hopefully you can tell that it's very dynamic, where all sorts of subtle little changes could be done to it. For example, grassy field in the front, I didn't make any changes to that. I could go in, add vibrance, plus 50. See how strong the green is? Go in, add exposure, pump it up, plus 22, gamma, correction, pump that up, 1.08, hit Control S to save it, close it, see it's brighter. Yeah, or I could tweak it, go back into the grassy fields, maybe just make it levels, and then crunch the darks and the lights. See what that does. Ooh, too much. See, this is too obvious. Yeah, get rid of the levels. Maybe I'll just lower the exposure down to minus, like that. Control S, just make it darker so that this area gets dark. See, and you could see more of that halo going on. So I made it less bright, so that this and this pops out more, and the buildings pop out more. In this area, it doesn't as much. But then this area starts to show. Hell, I can go back into the pillar, into its mask, press B as in Bob, make the brush a little bit bigger, just tap out here so it, see, it's picking up more at the edges. And what's going to happen is it's going to make a really neat little halo effect. Super obvious. Control S, save it, close it. Oh shit, it's too much. I press X for the dark color. Squeeze this in, here, holding shift, around here, brings back some of the black color. Control save. See, you don't see that line anymore, or you could barely see it here. Anyhow, so that's basically what I mean by, see, it introduces the, a little bit there, it introduces compositing, right, at the base level in Photoshop, and non-destructive editing. Super important stuff for the future. So anyhow, with that demo showed, I'm gonna go how I did that, and hopefully it shows that how powerful it is to use smart objects and to go inside the smart object and push the colors more individually per layer and have everything else not affected by it. So I'm gonna start off here, start off fresh. I'm gonna unlock that, press W for the wand tool, choose the object selection, select the layer, select that. These I don't need, so I need to deselect these little ones. Press M for marry or the marquee tool. I'm gonna hold down Alt. See how it turns into a minus sign. Holding Alt, drag up to here to deselect it, and that's using the Alt. Then I'm just gonna test something. Okay, it's fine. This area here, so I want to capture more of this. Initially I thought that it's just better to make it tight, but I want to capture it, so I can go to layer, no, select, modify, expand, right, by 30 pixels. See how it grows? I mean, this is a bit much, but let's just go for it. I mean, I can go for maybe like 25. Yeah, let's go select, modify, expand, make it 25 instead. Maybe 20. Yeah, 20 is just right then. Alright, 20 it is then. No. Make it 15. And I'm gonna turn this on. Yeah, that's even, yeah, 15, and expand the canvas bounds. Yeah, I like that better. 15. Good. So then the whole purpose of this point in time is to capture just the front boulder, and then press W for the whether it be the W or lasso, right? Because all I want is to select and mask. Press W, I still have select and mask. Press L for lasso, still have the select and mask. I want that. Here we are. I want to feather it. Feather 5 pixels. Feather 20 pixels. Yeah, this is just right. Maybe I'll shift edge plus 10. Right. So I shift edge plus 10, meaning it'll grow out, expand outward plus 10. I did that because of the feather. At 20 pixels, it will recede it back in due to the feathering. But since I have the feather at 20 pixels, soft edge at plus 10%, it balances out very nicely and still has this nice little feathering effect, which I want to use as to faking light bloom. Here, new layer with layer mask. Make sure if you do not see it see through transparent, you can click here, onion skin. Press new layer mask, okay, boom, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna immediately name this front boulder only. And now we begin. Then I'm gonna select the, I'm gonna turn this off for now, turn this back on. Select the original. Press W for the wand tool. Object selection. Select that. What do you mean? Okay. Alright, so we got that. Okay, so we got that. I'm gonna press God, that thing annoys me. I'm just gonna press L for the lasso because that pink highlight is really driving me insane. I want to expand this outward. So what I can do, grab this. Okay, so we had the front border. Now I want to bury. Okay, 1 second. At the front border, right? I could either bury the pillar. I could try that, or I could grab this boulder instead. I'm gonna click outside, press V as in Victor. The front boulder, holding Control, I have it turned off. I'm gonna click into the layer mask while holding Control to grab the selection. This is invisible. I'm gonna select my original, and instead of working with the pillar, I'm gonna do a generative fill to bury the front boulder, since the front boulder has its own layer. I'm gonna hide that, select the original, right? Remember how I got this selection is via holding Control and clicking in here. Then I'm gonna go with generative fill. If you do not see generative fill, it's window, contextual task bar, generate, that button over there. It's generating. Generative fill, the little 2 stars. Come on. Let's see what variation is gonna pop up. There's this one. Interesting. Never seen this before. There's your standard, this one. I like the white lines, interesting. There's this, but feels a little funky. It's either gonna be this or it's gonna be that. Maybe I'll just go with this. Never seen this before. You know, I'll go with this. So I'm gonna grab this. Right. 1 second. I'm a little bit nervous about this. You know what? Let's just go with this, what we had original. I'm not gonna screw around. I'm gonna grab the original image. I'm gonna drag it down here, makes a copy, hide the original, grab the original copy, grab the generative fill that filled in this area, shift select it, Control E to smash it down. I'm gonna just name this back plate WIP, just to help me remember what's going on. So we pancake it down, we smashed it down. The reason why is to not only get rid of leftover stuff, meaning the generative fills, but also because now if I press W for the object selection, since this is now one image or one layer, it'll select it very easily. And this is how I'm going to extract out the pillar. Hence the reason why before I smashed it down in order to grab the selection. Yeah, because if I don't, then it's harder to select basically, you know, and you'll run into more issues when you do the generative fill and stuff like that. Anyway, so I'm gonna select the backplate WIP, not the original. All of these are off. Then I'm going to do a select and mask. Here we are. I'm gonna do a feather of plus 20. See what it does. This is not good. I'm gonna shift the edge plus 20. Maybe I'll feather it not at 20 but 10, so it's less extreme. Maybe 5. Okay, maybe 10 then. And then shift edge, push it out by plus 40, maybe plus 50, so I get some light bloom later. Forget 100 then. Yeah, let's do 100. Alright, I like that. Can I do 150? Oh wait, it's only up to 100. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Should I do that? Let me cancel out. So here's the original selection. So I canceled out of it. I'm gonna go in, select, modify, expand. Make sure this is checked on by 15 pixels. Okay, so it grew outward. Good, good, good. Maybe instead of 15, select, modify, expand, make it 20 pixels. Okay, 20 it is. Then select and mask, then feather at 5, feather at 10, shift edge at 100, feather at 20, shift edge at maybe plus 70 instead. I like this way better. Maybe 75, maybe 85. Yeah, 85. We'll do 85. Feather at 20. Hit new layer mask. Okay. This looks kind of funky, but with the light bloom, that'll be faking the light bloom using exposure and vibrance. It'll look super nice.